Okay, good mornings with Patricia. This is my first take and it might be a little rough, but here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to be able to share with you some wonderful thoughts for every morning, Monday through Friday. And this is a little bit of a rough take. I think we're probably going to have to change our camera and those sorts of things, but if you will just bear with me, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so what's the point of Mornings with Patricia? The point of Mornings with Patricia is to start your day as a soul that's open and willing to receive all of your good. What's the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning? Well, you stretch, you think, oh my goodness, the alarm's going off, I'm going to snooze it, what am I going to do? What's my day going to look like? So every morning, I'm going to start you off with a couple of quotes from some great thinkers and help your soul to open up to all of the possibilities. Okay. So the first one that I want to start with today is Marcus Aurelius. And Marcus Aurelius was born in April of the year 121, and he died in 180. He was considered one of the 5 good emperors, and he was also considered one of the most important Stoic philosophers. So here's the first quote. I love Marcus Aurelius, by the way, because, when I think of emperors and what emperors really had to do and what makes a good emperor, right? Someone who can work with the people and work with where they're at and also work with his own heart. So he says, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to enjoy, to love. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, and to love. Is that the first thing you think about in the morning? But it's the first thing you could choose to think about in the morning, right? It's the very first thing that before you go to sleep at night and you put it into your subconscious as the last thoughts of your day, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to arise in appreciation. I'm going to arise in greatness of who I really am and who I've come here to be. I'm going to think, I'm going to enjoy, I'm going to love. And this is a decision, isn't it? Every moment of our lives is a decision. Nothing ever really happens to us. Everything happens for us. We get to choose how we feel about everything that's happening in our lives. And as we put that through our mental process, as we put that through the place that travels down to our heart, we can choose to be happy or we can choose to be angry. We can choose to be in joy or we can choose to be in pain. And you know what? All of those things are absolutely okay. But remember, you have the control over that. No one or nothing is doing anything to you. The world is happening for you. The world is happening for you today, this morning, just for you. The world is a stage, right? That's a Shakespeare quote. All the world is a stage, and you're the one who gets to be on it, mid-center. And everybody else is the supporting actors and the stage script, right? What are you going to choose today? How are you going to choose to be? Here's another quote from Marcus Aurelius. He says, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Right? You cannot control what's going to happen in your day. You can only control your thoughts and yourself. So if you're going into work today and someone's bothering you, remember this. No one has the power to bother you. You can't control what they're doing. You can't control what they're feeling. But you can control your own thoughts about this. Sometimes I hear, a lot of times I hear, we've all had these people in our lives, right? That, wow, they make it so hard. Or we think they do. What if the people in our lives are not making it hard, but they're showing up so we can show up in a more heart-centered open way. What if that was really what's happening? Isn't that amazing to think about? What if every person that ever bothered you, all the events that ever bothered you, were opportunities to stay in your heart? How would that change how you felt about your day? I go through this a lot. As a minister, as a teacher, as a human being, right? We're all buffeted and wrought by the people and events in our world. But in the moments of great silence, and we can have great silence in the mornings, in those moments, we can choose how to be. We can choose to love. We can choose our joy. We can choose, as all the great masters have said, to forgive and to love. For people don't really know what they do. We're all just playing our parts, and it's a very convincing stage, right? But what do we hear about people who cross over? They say, oh my goodness, I wish I would have known, because there's just this love and this light and this acceptance. And if I could have just understood that, if I could have just seen that, right? I wouldn't have felt angry, or I wouldn't have felt disabused, or I wouldn't have felt that I needed to dread any morning of my life. Everything is an opportunity for us to show up in our soul way. Here's another quote. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. How do you revoke that at any moment? You come back to your center. You come back to that great knowing of who you are. You come back to that great understanding, right? That nothing can move you as powerfully as your thoughts. And really, how much of the things are really happening in our lives outside of our thoughts? I don't know how many times I have made up these beautiful grand stories from feelings of hurt or pain or misunderstandings, and I've projected them out into the world. And I've said, this is what you're doing to me, or this is what's happening to me. But really, most of that has happened right in here, right in my own head, right inside my own thoughts. And when I come to a place of deeply loving myself, when I come to that place of great peace, I come to that inner garden, that inner sanctuary, that holy of holies, that says, all is at peace here. I am peaceful. I am peaceful. That's a choice we all can make, my friends. We don't have to. No one needs to fault us for that, because we're showing up just as we choose to. And that also is that's a perfect experience, because it can lead us down so many roads that also inevitably lead us back to ourselves. But we can have that feeling of peace right here on this planet. We don't have to be at war with ourselves or at others, right? And everybody's idea of peace all over the world is probably different, depending on their needs. But peace really begins within us. That's what really happens, right? We can't have peace out here until we have peace in here, right in here. That place deep, deep within us. And many of you who know me have heard me say, it's from the Upanishads, you are not in the universe is within you. Right? You are the play, the actor, the director. You are everything, because there's only one. And when you come from a place of feeling anything but peace, then you have divided yourself. So this morning, I encourage you to take a deep breath. Find something to be grateful about. And every time you feel your thoughts kind of going in a direction you don't like, come back, find an anchor, find something that you can feel grateful about. Gratitude within yourself. Gratitude for this incarnation you've chosen. Simply gratitude. From gratitude, all things arise. From gratitude, all things are created. Right? We know this from the Old Testament. We know this from many of the holy books. And it is good. Right? And if you look at it and it's not good, you've still created it. You still have a part in that. What kind of creation do you want? We look at the news, we look at everything going on around us. Can we control that? Yes. One person at a time, being peaceful. One person at a time, starting their mornings with a decision to love and to be at peace. We don't need to be reactive. We need to be creative. I so appreciate you being with me for my first time, Mornings with Patricia. You know, we need to adjust the lighting. I can see the reflection of my glasses. I can see that we have a little bit of a lapse in time for the webcam. We'll need to look at upgrading that. But, you know, everything starts out in the raw, doesn't it? Everything. So, if you would like to join me every morning, I'm going to upload these in the evening, so they'll be available for you in the morning. Mornings with Patricia. Now, you can subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to look over here because Skylar is helping me right now. And Skylar, there's a place on the YouTube also, right, where they can, like, support or something like that?
Well, there is the option for donations. I'm not entirely sure to set that part up, but every time someone views this video and the ad pops up, if they don't have ad blocker enabled, that gives her a small portion of the revenue from the ad.
Okay. And then, and in time, we'll set up the donation piece.
Yeah, I'll also look into that more.
Okay, and we'll set up a donation piece. Even if it's $5 a month, that would be really helpful to support this work. And here's the other thing I'm going to encourage you to do. Can you share this with all of your friends? Because what if we start to reach the world with this? This thought every morning, all over the world, people waking up and watching a video together. Making a choice to what? Let's revisit that again. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. You have the power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this is where you have the power to revoke at any moment. All power lies within you. You are the creator. You are the experiencer. I hope you choose to experience a world of beauty, a world of love. Let's create that together. So, this is something we do in community a lot. We say, oh my God, I love myself. And I'm going to do that with you in just a moment. Nice deep breath. Starting your day, feeling so empowered, so loved, so protected by the beauty of the universe. And, oh my God, I love myself. And I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for better copy. And thanks for your patience. I'm so excited to be doing this. And thank you, Skylar Stein. A plug for Skylar Stein. If you need someone to help you with any of your editing or any of your work, please let him know. Have a blessed morning.